Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good afternoon, and welcome to a bit of a festive edition of Guess the Game. I say festive edition, there's really nothing different about it, other than this Christmas jumper, really. I hope everyone's had a Merry Christmas and all the sort of equivalent things that happen around this time of year. So, let's crack on with this. This, to me, looks like... I mean, that glow effect there tells me this is... I mean, it's 3D graphics, so I'm going to suggest this is about PS1, PS2 era. I guess it's PS2, with this sort of texture quality here. I mean, I know the PS1 had like some sort of like Vaseline-like textures, but no, this is the PS2. This is when they went full on with motion blur and things like that. So hey, we've got it. We're going to use it. But I don't know. I guess this is some sort of sci-fi game here, with maybe some sort of fantasy elements. But what is it going to be? Is this a level in, I don't know, Final Fantasy X? No. Oh, 79% on Metacritic. So I'm wondering, because I'm thinking that looks like Samus armor in Metroid. So is it a Metroid game? Is it a GameCube game? Is it Metroid Prime? Oh no, but we're in the same series. Okay, it's on the Wii. Makes sense that that's the graphical fidelity. Okay, so Metroid. What was on Metroid? On the Wii, was it Other M? Oh, okay, just a guess. Ah, yes, of course. I think that's the Other M there. That's Metroid there, and that's Other Metroid. Yeah, so that's Metroid there. Never really got into Metroid games. I probably enjoy the originals more than I would this. But I know they're beloved, and I know that people want... They want... It's just... How hard is it to just give the people what they want, you know? There's Metroid fans are just going ape for just a game like this, or the originals, and they can't have it. They're constantly doing spin-offs and all this other rubbish. Anyway, so Metroid Other M is an action-adventure game and part of the Metroid franchise, co-developed by Team Ninja and Nintendo, at least 2010. It takes players on an intergalactic journey as Metroid, a bounty hunter investigating a distress signal for a derelict spaceship. Okay, so da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. So let's have a look at the screenshots. What were the screenshot sources? So, nice. Okay. Yep. So we're right about it being sci-fi. That's Metroid there. That's Metroid there. That's Metroid there. That's Metroid there, and that's the first-person view of Metroid. All taken from. It's good that they're showing you the source as well. I think that's important. Let's have a look at the stats. So most of us got it incorrect. So, yeah. All the guesses are Metroid. So, people were sort of getting there. Very few people got it in the first go. But yeah. It's basically, you could see here, it's just a bit of a guessing game, really. Nope, thank you. I do not want to go on to Twitter. I'll just close that there. Okay, there we go. So let's play some previous days. Also, as well, because I've subscribed to them on Ko-fi, or Coffee, or Ko-fi, whatever it is, let's just call it Coffee. I have access to guess the cover. Now, I was going to do that originally, but because I opened a tab with all my personal details on, I thought, let's maybe just skip that video. Let's not put that out there. Yeah, I could have edited it out. Well, I did edit it out, and even then I'm still like, if there's just the slightest frame, that's not good. So, this to me looks like Wrath of Cortex, based on the water texture. I'm thinking this is where you've done the submarine bit, which was absolute dog shit, and then you leap out onto here, and then you progress the level. No. Okay. This, to me, looks like GoldenEye or something like that. It's an 85% on Metacritic. This looks like it's some sort of underground secret base. Like, either GoldenEye or Austin Powers. So is this GoldenEye? I think GoldenEye might have actually scored better. No. Okay. Okay. PC only. Ah. So I was thinking. I'm thinking spies. So Siphon Filter. I think that was only PlayStation, but it would say PC and PlayStation. But let's try Siphon Filter. Why not? Siphon Filter. No. Okay. Genre FPS. IGI? As one of my cousins called it OIGI because he's from Birmingham. I was like, what's OIGI? Because I didn't. Hmm. Is this 1998? So I'm thinking it's Rainbow Six. Is it going to be like one of the early ones? I don't think how old, because I remember on PS1 there was a Rainbow Six. I'm going to put this one. Yeah, it was Rainbow Six. Okay, so I remember. So it was actually on PS1 as well. So it's kind of cack that they've only just put it down to PC here. Okay, even though this is the original platform, so fair enough. But yeah, this was Rainbow Six by Ubisoft. Yeah. So I guess he's disarming the bomb there or something. We're going along. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Rainbow Six was interesting. It was like one of the few competitors to like SWAT back when it was known as Police Quest, which was a point-and-click adventure game, like LucasArts and things like that. It was like LucasArts, Electronic Arts, Sierra, things like that. They were doing all those games, and then it became like an actual like SWAT game where you raid houses and shoot people and arrest them. I mean, it's more arresting. That's the point. It's interesting that people call Ready or Not propaganda, when actually, if you look at it, it's like you're not really. It's not all heroics and all this sort of stuff. It is actually like kind of miserable. It's like, oh god. It's like, yeah, as much as you want to shoot the terrorists and things like that, it's like, kind of gotta arrest them though when you do, and you get scored low for it. So, yeah, like in games like Body Cam, and they're like, you're not meant to feel good. I watched some Body Cam footage. They've got a zombie mode as well, which is horrifying. Yeah, that's not good at all. In fact, I think there was a game before Body Cam that Body Cam sort of borrows its mechanics from, but I don't know. Anyway, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six is a tactical first-person shooter video game developed and published by Red Storm Entertainment. God, that takes me back. Launched in 1998, the game immerses players into the covert world of Rainbow, an international counter-terrorism unit, as they take on the role of strategic commander, leading field operatives through various missions around the globe. So yeah, at the core of the Rainbow Six experience is planning and tactics, with an emphasis on stealth and coordination of a fast-paced action. Throughout the game, players map out each mission beforehand, before deciding on points of entry, enemy engagement, and more. Besides the game's strategy-rich content, it also includes a variety of weapons and equipment to choose from. Yeah, so basically, if you're a fan of tactical first-person shooters like Counter-Strike or Call of Duty Modern Warfare, you'll be a fan. No, that's not true at all. No, maybe like the bomb disposal unit in Counter-Strike, maybe, like disarming and things like that. But other than that, no. I will give credit to Ubisoft here, however. Like, Rainbow Six Siege has done incredibly well, because it's basically all this again, where it's like you're breaching a house or a factory and you've got to rescue hostages or disarm a bomb, whatever, and you either kill the terrorists or the counter-terrorists, or you do the objective. Either way, you progress through the game nice and easy. But what's interesting about it is it took them so long after things like Rainbow Six Vegas to really get back into it. I like Rainbow Six Vegas. It's not as tactical, but it was very good. It was one of the first adult games I played. More mature games I played, and I fucking loved it. Like, seriously, LVU, Las Vegas University, LVU campus, that was it. If you were there, you were there. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Vegas 2 was really good. Refined the gameplay, but no LVU, which was a shame. So yeah. Okay. See, I think all these screenshots are taken from one level, which doesn't really help matters at all. Because if they are taken from one level, I think they need to do better than that. I think there has to be a variety where people might not remember one level, and if they don't remember that one level, or they didn't get to that one level, yeah, you can't really help much, can you? You know, it's not going to be much use. Yeah, most people got it incorrectly. I don't blame them. Yeah, less than the percentage of people got it right on their first go. Most got it incorrect. GoldenEye, yep. Deus Ex, I can believe that. Perfect Dark, wow, Perfect Dark, that takes me back. Half-Life and Half-Life. Right, this needs to stop. These two results here. If they can get rid of that, so it's only one game, great. But have it so that if you look for this, and you get this, that's okay. But still. Anyway. Previous days, what's this one? This looks really modern. I'm guessing it's a sci-fi game. Is this Titanfall 2? No. I'm guessing this is going to be a PlayStation game. Don't ask me how I know. Is this Horizon? Horizon Forbidden West? No. Is this Apex Legends? No. MMO shooter. The Eve of Evolution. Is this Defiance? I don't think it is. No. MMO. Release 2024. Oh god, I'm gonna struggle here. Oh god, it's a craft survival game, I'm guessing. Is this like one of those State of Decay games? Why not? No. Starry Studio. I ain't got a cat's chance in hell here. It ain't Enshrouded. What is it? Is this... It's not a Division, is it? Because it'll be Ubisoft. I don't know. What is it? Once Human? Never heard of it. Game stats. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Titanfall 2. My god, I can't believe other people thought. No. Piss off. For Christ's sakes. So, oh, for fuck's sake. I thought there was an X to cancel out of it. I don't want to see the best. Oh, piss off. Right, I'm guessing this ain't Red Dead. In fact, those trees. Is this a racing game? Is this like Gran Turismo? And like, this is very like in the scenes or something. No. Resources. Oh no, is it another craft survival game? 79%. I don't know, is it Satisfactory? What else? Survey the area. Xbox 360 and PC. Survey the area. I think this is State of Decay. Oh my word. Okay. So I've just bought that on a Steam sale recently because it's like £2. I bought like the Ultra Definitive Edition or whatever because they've released it that many times. I just like, I think this loop is amazing. That's funny. That's brilliant. So it's like a zombie survival game. I think like you can build a base and have followers and things like that, and then you deal with zombies, which is cool. Syndicated survival zombie horror game by Undead Labs and published by Microsoft Studios. Launched in 2013, the game drops players into the post-apocalyptic world overrun by zombies where they must manage resources, build communities, and fend off the undead. Yeah. God, I miss Fortnite. Like the PvE mode, back when, you know, I've said this a load of times, but I remember when Fortnite came out, and they were announcing they're going to do Battle Royale mode, and I was on the forums like, how the hell are you going to support this? How does this work without cutting out the PvE mode? And the answer was it doesn't. So we'll cut out the PvE mode, and then it'll work. Or, you know, cut off significant amounts of it. So yeah. Okay. Well, the stats. But I love the PvE mode. But I had to actually delete my account and uninstall Epic because I was just sick of the... Dear Lord, that is funny, admittedly. Why am I seeing the tweets, though? Oh, no, okay. Firewatch, understandable. DayZ, I get it. Sons of the Forest at Decay, 2. Fair enough, you know, State of the Rust, yeah. I can appreciate that. Okay, all pretty much survival games. Right, going back now. Firewatch is more of a walking simulator, but still. This looks... take a shot. Familiar. I'm guessing this is a rooftop of some kind. Is this gonna be... Why not? Let's go with the Tom Clancy stuff. Is it Splinter Cell? No. Oh, it's a skate park! I should have got this. This is Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk's. Tony Hawkles. Is it Pro Skater? No, but we're in the right franchise. It's in PlayStation 1, 2, and GameCube. Wow. Well, what a generate. Okay, so this is not going to be Underground 1 or 2. Those are good. Thug, Tony Hawk's Underground, was very good. It was like a more open world skating game. I say open world. It's like you had little. It was hub based. You could make your own character, stat them up. You could even make your own moves, which is pretty cool. I'm liking that we're seeing these. Is it this? Oh God Almighty! It's going to be Tony Hawk's Middle Age Crisis. I don't know. What is it? Is it Pro Skater 3? It had to be one of the Pro Skaters, so that's all Tony Hawk was. It was Pro Skater up until, like, Thug. Oh my God, this takes me back. I massively prefer Thug. Remember Disney's Skate Adventure? Disney's Skate Adventure had Nokia and McDonald's in it. Like, no, not... I mean, genuinely, real McDonald's and real Nokia. Like, you had to get people their McDonald's on time. Yeah. Grinding was my favourite move in Tony Hawk's. Like, getting grind combos was the best thing. What was the move where, like, you're only on 2 wheels? And, like, you're trying to, like, balance along like that? No, I don't know. I only know ollie, kickflip, and grind. Yeah. Most wrong guesses would have been all these, yeah. Proving Ground? I think that was a DS game. Underground, yeah. I start yelling, no! No! Yeah, what were the screenshot sources? A good variety of levels. Look at that! I'd love to play that level. I might have to just get an emulator and run this just to do that. I say that, I've actually played Jinx lately, and it's not working out very well. Oh my word, what's this? Okay, this is interesting. Is this that Metro? It's not, no, not Metro Exodus. Is it Metro Simulator or something like that? What's it called now? Underground. Let's try Underground. Underground Pool. Oh, no, was it Metro? No, where did I put that? Transit? Transit Simulator? I don't know. Let's put Metro. Metro. Mini Metro? No. Okay, it's not that. This, well, it's cell shaded. That doesn't tell me this is... Oh, is it one of those No More Heroes games or something? It's on PC. I don't know what this is. Party game stealth. It ain't Among Us, is it? Among Us. No, it. Oh, I don't. I know. I've seen it before, but what is it? Goose Goose Duck. Ah, of course, yeah. Social deduction game. Yeah. Was no longer want. Great. Game stats. Who got what? Yeah, most people got it incorrectly. Canadian. I wonder if he was like the maker of the game then, maybe. Hi-Fi Rush, Antichamber, Borderlands. I get where people come with Borderlands. I was thinking that, but no, I don't want to see the tweets. Piss off. Right. Now then, 952. I don't think it is. But is this Grand Theft Auto 3? No, not even in the same franchise. Oh, 60% on Metacritic. This is like PS2 graphics at the worst. PS1 at best. What is it though? I don't think this is GoldenEye. Is it one of Max Payne's? No. Yeah, PS2. I thought it would be. Is it Bully? No. It's a sports game. Oh my, it's not, is it? It's not another. No, okay. This looks like a racing game. It wasn't Jet Set Radio. Ah, it's a... Is this BMXXX or something like that? Okay, I'll take it. I had a few demos of like PS1 biking games, or BMX games, and I liked them. I genuinely liked playing them. They were good. Good variety of levels and characters there. That's good. Unusual action sports game. Amused as shocked in equal measure with its risque humour and BMX tricks. It's humorous and racy with bikers competing odd jobs around Las Vegas, Bronx, and Launchpad 69. Cash, okay, and gain adult content. Oh. Adult themes, nudity, crude humour, shit. Okay. If you like titles like Goat Simulator or hilarious edgy humour like Let's Shoot Larry, yeah, I think I could agree with that. Maybe even say like Luna or Lola or whatever the fuck its name was. Pro Skater, Dave Pro Freestyle BMX, that's the one, yeah. Skate. Skate 2, yeah. There is a skating game coming out, I think it's an early access on Steam. Oh, I keep doing that fucking thing. I swear to God, I'm just clicking buttons, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Right, this jagginess tells me this is going to be early PlayStation 1. No, not early PlayStation 1. This is either... This might be like Atari Jaguar graphics or something like that. This is early 3D. But I can't tell what it is based on this alone. Is this Sid Meier's Pirates? Is this like a cutscene or something? What if I type in Sid Pirates? I don't know how to spell Sid Meier. No. Oh, is this a Lego game? Lego Island. Yes! Lego Island. Christ, I should have got that. Yeah, so this is, yeah, obviously early 3D. So Lego Island, right, it was an interesting game. Yeah. This is exactly the sort of graphics that there were at the time. Mind you, actually, well, this is a cutscene, so it's no wonder that the visual is actually quite sharp. But yeah, fun fact, like the reason why Pixar made Toy Story is because when they were doing like all their early 3D stuff, it's like they could only make things look like plastic, so they couldn't really make people look like people. So they decided, you know what? Let's make Toy Story, a film about plastic things, and that's why that worked. It was incredible as well. Lego Island is an action-adventure computing. I don't know about action, to be honest. By Mindscape, released in 1997, it whisks players away to a vibrant, open-world, fully interactive island made entirely of Lego bricks. Players take on the roles of various Lego minifigures, including a pizza delivery boy, a police officer, and a skater. Each character offers a different gameplay experiences, enabling players to explore Lego Island in various ways. The core gameplay revolves around performing tasks and mini-games, ranging from delivering pizzas to policing the island in a sandbox environment. The game is notable for being the first to be based on the Lego property, setting a precedent for a long line of successful Lego-themed games. I didn't know that about Lego Islands. I knew it was like an early one, but I thought Lego Racers came out first. I mean, starting off with a open world game in 1997, like that's a big deal. Like at the time, you had things like Daggerfall and Arena for the Elder Scrolls games. You had Ultimate Underworld for like the dungeon exploration. You had like other RPGs, but they were mostly like very, very low poly textures, or it was like text-based interface and things like that. Like Akalabeth Ultima Zero was like it was basically like the environment was like all in like Cyrillic or whatever, or it was like ASCII art rather. So like a bush was like an @ sign, you know, your character was like the number 1, you know. But yeah, my god. But yeah, I played a little bit of it. I didn't really get on with it entirely, but I think I was going to do a review of it, but ultimately it's like, it's just a bit too jank for me. I mean, to be honest, I could sit through it. If I had to do a review of it, I'd be like, I would do it. But yeah. But no, it was good. And to try it for a first time as well. Screenshot sources. Oh, we've already seen them, haven't we? Oh no, here we are, the screenshot sources. Yes. Octan was, I remember that. Was that actually a real thing? I can't remember if Octan was actually like a sponsor, if it was like their version of it or what. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you thought like Diddy Kong Racing was impressive, like this was just, it was up there, you know? I've done the bloody thing again. Let me just check something actually. Okay, good, alright. So, Lego Racers, understandably. Grim Fandango, I get that. That's a really gorgeous game. Good music as well. Lego Racers 2, understandably. Roblox. You know, I'm not going to go on a generational rant or anything. I'm not that person. I don't do that sort of thing. I don't rant about any people's generations. But I just think it's interesting how, like, yeah, actually Roblox has kind of taken that Lego thing and run with it, you know? Because Lego have tried to do a few different games and whatnot. Like, they did a game called Lego 2K Drive, which I just stumbled upon by complete accident. It's on Steam and probably elsewhere, but I was like, what? And I played it. It's like, it's actually all right. I mean, I don't expect anything less. I mean, I prefer like Erasers if I'm honest, but I must play like Erasers 2 as well. But Roblox, yeah. I get why people are into Roblox. I mean, the money it makes is hand over fist. I learned yesterday that FIFA, the video games, make more than FIFA, the company itself, through its marketing, sponsorships, the t-shirts they sell, the footballer appearances, interviews, all that stuff. They make less money from all of that than the video games. So if you ever want to know why FIFA video games aren't going to change, it's because who's going to fucking do it? You know, there's too much money in it. Like, and like they're not having the license taken away from them. So yeah, so I could understand all of those guesses. I'm genuinely not surprised that 40% of players didn't get it. Right, 9:50. Oh lord, where are we here? Poppies. I'm guessing this is the 70s. Is this? Happy few. Hey! I got it right! Woo! I can't put my down now. There's no more British flags. So, yeah. So, we Happy Few. I did a review on Patient Gamers. And basically just describing how I liked a lot of the ideas behind it. Because like they got the 70s Britain down to a T. You know, like Austin Powers does a damn good job, but well, I suppose that was 60s, but or 50s, whatever the point is. They got this down to a T. They really did, except for the gameplay. The gameplay was utter cack. The survival aspects were completely unnecessary. The procedural generation of the world was absolutely god awful. Didn't make any sense at all. The story could have been so much more, but you could tell that the other two characters in the main story were clearly tacked on, because the first character that you play as is the one who has the most, basically has the most story told to them and whatnot and everything like that. They get the most time in the spotlight. And then after that, the other two campaigns, which are good, but I was like, at that point, I was just ready for the game to be done. The side content wasn't all that great. A lot of the characters weren't great. Bear in mind, I played it after it was fixed. This had a shit launch. It was absolutely bad. Absolutely awful. We Have a Few is a dark dystopian. No, I wouldn't say it's dark dystopian. I'd say it's a dark humour action adventure game by Compulsion Games and eventually published by Gearbox Publishing. Released initially in 2016 as early access and subsequently as a full launch in 2018, it burrows its players into an absolutely burrows. Players into an alternative 1960s England where society is hooked on a drug named Joy to forget a traumatic past. The game allows players to control three distinct characters, each with their own narratives, and view the surreal world. We Have a Few intertwines gameplay with a compelling narrative, as players employ stealth, combat, and navigation to traverse a series of procedurally generated locales. The citizens who catch players not adhering to their joy-infused routine will turn hostile, adding a distinct layer of tangible tension to exploration. The game encourages experimentation and allows multiple approaches to all objectives, crafting a unique experience for each player, marking its edge in the genre. Bioshock or Dishonored? I'd say yes, with a touch of survival horror like Outlast. Yeah. If you want inspiration, I recommend looking at the Happiness Patrol from Doctor Who, which had Sylvester McCoy as the Doctor. And that one's really good, with like the Candyman and things like that. Yeah. There's no denying some of the Doctor Who influence in this game. But yeah, it's a surreal game. It was okay, but I wouldn't play it again. I'd only do it for the achievements, and even then I doubt very much that I'd actually want to. This, to me, looks like Halo Combat Evolved, but that's a horse. They don't have horses in Halo. So what the bloody hell is this, then? Is it a horse? That looks like a horse to me. So it ain't Spore. What the hell is this going to be now? Because I'm guessing those are pyramids in the background. Is this some sort of Tomb Raider game? I don't think it is, because everything's too round. Is it Tomb Raider 2? No, it's not. Okay. Oh, that looks into. Is this Time Crisis or something? I'm just thinking with the time. I guess that's timer there. I reviewed the Time Crisis games, but I can't, no. Okay. Oh. Is this Ico? No. That looks like a Final Fantasy character. Let's just figure out. Is it a Final Fantasy? Is it Final Fantasy 12? No. We're not even in the right place. Oh my god. RPGs fantasy that are on PS2. It ain't Blue Dragon. Oh my. You know what? Let's just go. Where are we? I know what this is. It's FromSoft. It's King's Quest. It's a. You know how I could get those mixed up. Eternal Ring, King's Quest. They sound so very similar. It's From Software. Fuck my luck. 62% on Metacritic. You fucking deserve it for making me go through all that. Eternal Ring is a first-person action role-playing game developed and published by From Software for the PlayStation 2 console. Coming to the scene in 2000, it sends the players on an epic journey as the adventurer Kane Morgan, who returns to investigate the mystical island of Hyngaria, inhabited by mythical creatures and laden with intricate caves, deadly dungeons, and formidable foes. In the gameplay of Elden Ring... Oh, sorry... Eternal Ring, you'll experience deep combat mechanics combined with a captivating system of magic rings, which can be fused and upgraded to produce a variety of spells. This sounds really good. Your choices will mold your playstyle as melee weapons and magic rings abilities still come to. Oh, what is this game? You deserve more than 62% on Metacritic. I'm sorry. Oh. If you're a fan of atmospheric RPGs such as King's Field, which I think was another one of From Software's games, or Elder Scrolls, I suppose they are atmospheric, yeah, or have relished From Software's later works like Dark Souls, you'll be a fan of Eternal Ring. I doubt that very much if it only got a 62% on Metacritic, but hey ho. What are the game stats, please? Most people got it incorrect. I'm so glad to not be there. Most people got it there. A lot of people got it there, though. Okay, Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask, I get that. World of Warcraft. Okay. Ocarina of Time, I get it. King's Field 1 or 2, yeah, I can understand that. King's Field, that was nothing, not King's bloody Quest. Now I don't want to see other players score. Right, screenshot sources. This wouldn't have helped me at all. If I saw these, I would have thought that's the Elder Scrolls. That looks like Link, if he's more pathetic. So, not the strangest Souls enemy that I've seen. It has some horrifying ones. This looks like... To me, this looks like it's about to set up some sort of Roadrunner joke here. What is this? I want to say this is like the intro to like Wario Land 4. But it ain't. Oh, I know the game, but I don't know the name. It's like a... No, I don't know the game, never mind. I'm not going to get it. What is it? Chances Senar. Never heard of it. What is it? Have they even got a description for it? They can't even describe the game. Look at that. It's all over the place. No. They can't even tell you what it is. They haven't actually got a description for it, which is... yeah. What the motion blur is going on here? So, I'm guessing... I'm going to have to change this... Oh, my... Oh, bugger. Sorry about this. I'm gonna have to change the image because I can't look at that. So this is gonna be some sort of party game, I'm guessing. Like, these are all mini games, right? Let me type in Crisis. Xeno Crisis, Crisis Force, Crisis Beats, Crossroad Crisis. Well, I know it was. I'm pretty sure this is one of those Crisis games. Is it Crisis Zone? No. It was on Wii. Oh, is this bloody Nintendo Land or something? No. It's got to be like a Wii. Is it a Wii Sport? Oh, Wii Sports Resort. No. Okay. Oh, it's Let me type in Olympics. Is it Mario Sonic Olympic Games? Yeah. I would not have got it from any of these here. I can't even tell what that is. Yeah. Mario and Sonic Olympic Games. Yeah. It's that was a thing. Sega Sports Japan and published by Nintendo Sega, released in 2007. Memorable mashup. I don't know about memorable, but okay. Brings two iconic franchises, Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog. An exciting showdown at the Olympic Games. Yeah. If you like Wii Sports or Super Mario Party, you'll be a fan of Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Like, I know people that liked it, but yeah. Mario Sports Mix. I don't think I've even heard of that one before. Yeah. Like, oh, that's from there. Okay. Graphics are quite nice. I like the character models. They've done a lot of detail there. T-posing Mario. Bloody hell, we better get off this page real quick. Right. Let's do some more. How long have I been playing now? Because I do need to go out a bit in a bit. Okay, we'll play it for about another bit, I think. This is... Is that a car there? Is this I'm keeping going with the thing. No. Oh, 78% Metacritic as well. Is this a Hitman game by any chance? I'm just going with the first result. Let's kill Xbox One. Oh! So this must be, I'm guessing this is going to, I don't know what I'm doing here. This is going to be one of those Kinect games. But what is it going to be? Because if it's a first-person shooter with a reticle that large, that tells me you'd actually like do your finger guns at it. What is it now? Is it? It's not. Oh my god! What is it now? It's on Xbox One. And only on Xbox One as well. It ain't Halo, their only shooter. Was there a Medal of Honor game? Oh, it's Dead Rising. Of course. But which one? Dead Rising 4? No, we're in the same series. Dead Rising 2013. Oh, so Dead Rising 2? No, is it Dead Rising 3? Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to like Dead Rising, but there were just some things that I just couldn't get on with. Dead Rising 3 is an action-adventure survival horror game developed by Capcom Vancouver and published by Microsoft Studios. Released in 2013, Dead Rising 3 thrusts players into the zombie-infested city of Los Perdidos, California, as they take up the recall of mechanic Nick Ramos, who must fight away to escape the city before a military strike wipes it off the map. So basically the idea with Dead Rising was essentially you always have to get as many people that you can, evacuate them from the location. The first game was a shopping mall, very much like Dawn of the Dead, and you'd get supplies and things like that, because I think like in the first game your daughter had it was diabetic, so you had to get her insulin and things like that. I thought it's great. Like, as a sandbox game, it would have been fine, but no, they had to throw in story and all different undead and whatnot. Oh, this is guest. Oh shit! No, this is guest cover. Right. So anyway, moving on. Oh, this looks. Is this Deponia? This is a very. No, not even the same franchise. Okay, this is gonna be like Monkey Island, I bet. A very distinct art style. It's in the Monkey Island series. I thought it might be. Yeah. Return to Monkey Island. Escape from Monkey Island. From Uncle Island. No, thank you. Monkey Island. What game is it? It's The Secret of Monkey Island. I don't fucking know. What have we even chosen here? Tales Return Escape Secret. Curse? Fucking hell. This one's going to be popular. Really? Still more than half people getting correct. And it's because they did the same thing as me, where they went through the different fucking games. I think we've already had 2 of these anyway. Yeah, so you know what Secret of Monkey Island is. It's one of the most famous point-and-click adventure games of all time. We'll do up to where it says there. And we'll do a bit against the cover. This, no idea. Next question. Not rated on Metacritic. This ain't Hades. What is this? I don't know what it is. I'll take it, never heard of it. Right, moving on. That was nice and easy. This is Super Mario Bros. 3. Sorry, Super Mario Bros. There we go. Nice and easy. Look at that. This. Like, Super Mario... Okay, Nintendo R&D 4. That was like the name of one of their studios. So... Yeah, I do find it interesting how a lot of Nintendo's early game devs teams were just R&D. And it was fascinating as well because like they used their research and development to make games like this, and it's like every Mario game, because I can't stress enough how much better every Mario game was than the last. So you had Mario Brothers on the... I mean, I suppose you could go back to Jumpman before Mario was Mario. You had Jumpman on Donkey Kong. Jumpman on Donkey Kong on the arcade. Then you had Mario Brothers, the arcade game. Then you had Super Mario Brothers. Then you had Super Mario Brothers 2, which, okay, you know, fine, fair enough, was basically a rip-off of Doki Doki Panic. And wasn't all that great, to be honest. It was different, but not quite what you really wanted from a Mario game. Then again, what was a Mario game at the time? Then you have this, Super Mario Bros. 3, pretty much the best one. It was my favourite in terms of themes, thematics, the music was amazing. I think it's the best... I think this is Super Mario at its core. Then you had Super Mario World, which I think has the best controls of any Mario game. It's like the controls in that game are so tight. Everything about it is just brilliant, but I think for simplicity's sake, you know, if you want the core Mario experience, it's got to be Super Mario Bros. 3. And, yeah. It was a good game. I like how there it's dollars for coins. So, what were the game stats? How many people got this right? Hey, most people got it in their first try. Well done to them all. Easiest ever, yeah. A disappointing amount of people got it incorrect. Super Mario World 2. Okay. Super Mario World, Super Mario Brothers. Okay, I can appreciate that. Super Mario Maker, I could understand. We've done it again. Right. This is that a person? It wants me to say Red Dead Redemption 2. It's not. I knew it wasn't going to be. This really does look like Elden Ring, though. This bit. I know it's not. Oh, is this... No. Adventure Stealth. Oh! A stealth game. No, I don't know. Oh, A Plague Tale. Nice, that was close. Yeah. So you're in, like, medieval whichever country, and there's a plague. Yeah. France. Yeah. Where's Hugo? Okay. If you like games like Last of Us and Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, you'll be a fan of Plague Tale: Innocence. Yeah, I can agree with that. Screenshot sources, let's have a look here. Who got what? Most people got it incorrect, understandably. Nailed it. Wow. So no one actually got Red Dead. Okay, that's understandable. Witcher, I get that. Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring, I get all those. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yeah. I don't think I would have gone for a Kingdom Come Deliverance. A good game, medieval game, but no. Oh my word, I know this. I know this one. And I don't know the name. I'm going to put in Braid, but it's not the right answer. It's... Oh, what is it called now? It's going to piss me off to no end. It's the... Oh, what the fuck? I ain't going to get the name. But what's it called? Child of Light, that was it. I knew it was Child of Light. That was going to drive me fucking nuts. I was never going to get it, but I knew the name. It was... Yeah. Never in a month of Fridays. A mesmerizing role-playing game by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft. Released in 2014, players embarked on it. Was it 2014? My god, that might have been one of the 2 good games that came out that year. Players embark on a fairy tale adventure in the shoes of Aurora, a young girl from Austria who wakes up in the mythical land of Lemuria. The aim is to defeat the Dark Queen Umbra, who stole sun, moon, and stars. The gameplay includes traditional RPG elements, with players engaging in platforming, exploration of beautifully hand-drawn landscapes, and participating in turn-based combat with creatures that they encounter in their journey. I didn't know that. That's really cool. So what do they recommend? If you like Valiant Hearts: The Great War, okay, that's a war game. Yeah, I don't think I'd immediately say, oh yeah, by the way, if you like Child of Light, you'll love Valiant Hearts, which is about people dying in the First World War, or Ori and the Blind Forest. Yeah, I can agree with that. I must play Valiant Hearts at some stage, but because it's like World War One and like all the tragedy it involves. Because I think it's like basically, it's reading out the letters from soldiers during the war, and like you sort of play as like characters of them and whatnot, as they're in the trenches and in the plains and in the oceans and whatnot, and go on, and when they return home as well. Braid, Rayman Origins, yeah, all of those I can completely understand. We promised homes fit for heroes, but what we got was heroes fit for homes. That was from The Russians Are Coming in Only Fools and Horses, where Grandad talks about the war. Anyway, on to more pleasant subjects. This looks like a bit of an open... Now, I could be wrong, but this might be the Space Invaders game, which was an alley shooter. I kid you not. So this is probably not. In fact, yeah. Well, let's just type it in. Let's just see if it is space. It's not, but let's put it in. Is this Space Invaders? Is this going to be one of those? Let's say why not? No, it's not. Okay. So Space Invaders had a game on PS2 where it's like the aliens were invading Earth, and it was like this, and like you'd be looking down this alley and you'd be shooting them with a machine gun, as opposed to like being in space or having like an artillery piece or whatever, shooting them from the ground. It was interesting. This was like part of, I think, Atari. I want to say Atari were in there trying to claw as much money back as possible just by pumping out any old shit. Following a phase of doing that on PlayStation, like they did like 3D games like Pong, Centipede, which were very good, but just not quite enough to get back into the modern era. They still had to make new properties, but they weren't. They insisted on making their old arcade properties and putting them on the PlayStation 1. Anyway, 88% on Metacritic. What is this? So it's obviously... I'm trying to think. It's got to be more modern, right? It's not Turning Point. It's... What is it? What is going on here? Oh my... It's fucking Call of Duty. But which one? It's going to be Modern Warfare 3, I think. Yeah. You know what gave it away? Besides that site that everyone in COD loves, it's this. That's the font. The font gave it away. I hated Modern Warfare 3. Because in Britain, in London, we'd actually suffered a terrorist attack. I think it was like if I recall correctly, I do apologise if I don't. We had like the 7/7 bombings. The underground was attacked, and this game, not a few years later, just decided. In fact, what year was it? 2011, yeah. That, hey, you know what? We're going to have a gas attack in London, just for fun, because everyone loved the, Remember No Russian mission. Let's just do that. So that, I must admit, I am a bit of a prude when it comes to that. But yeah. But yeah, everything else about it was good, but like there's just some things I was like, I suppose it's a bit rich, like we've seen it happen on American soil in all these games, but now it's on theirs or whatever. Yeah, all the guesses were Call of Duty. Black Ops, I don't blame them for that one bit, because of the grime filter. I keep pressing the fucking button wrong. But yeah. Moving swiftly on. Oh. That's some nice graphical fidelity on that. So that background is pre-rendered. So that's a picture that's been taken. That's just like one picture there that's been taken and flattened. This, however, is 3D. This is 3D. This is 3D. Is this a... It's Shenmue. I don't know why I'm getting this. Shenmue is interesting. Oh, not rated. I'm thinking this is a Dreamcast game of some sort. Is it Virtua Fighter? Where the background graphics wouldn't have mattered as much. No. On PC, okay. Not Shinobi. Not Ninja Gaiden. Was it Tenchu? Tenchu, was that it? Oh, is this Shadow Warrior? How did I not get this? Yeah, okay. So, Shadow Warrior was basically just another one of the shooters. Now, interestingly, here you can look up, I think. Yep, he's looking down. You can look up and down in a shooting game. Can you believe that? Can you believe it? Yeah, never heard it before, right? You can look up and down. Used to be, you point your gun like that, and you just... anything that was above or beneath it, you just blast to smithereens. You didn't need to look. Yeah, bullets would fly their way. God had sort them out. You know? It's where there was... what was it now? Was it like... because this is the game where they go ancient Chinese wisdom when he finds a secret. I think it was like Undead Undead Redneck or something like that. Or Redneck Rampage, where he goes, ancient Chinese wisdom, yes. These games constantly referenced each other. It was fascinating. I think this is one of the few genres where, because so many people made their own shooter, like they all based it off Doom engine, or they made Doom mods and whatnot, or WADs, WADs, whatever they're called. I think because everyone was so... they all came from like the same game, like from Doom and Wolfenstein or whatever. They were constantly referencing one another, and there was a lot of love between the different games. It's like it didn't really matter if someone else's WAD was more successful than yours, because you wanted the scene to thrive. Yeah, so it was like the games like this were the start of so many people getting into programming and coding and whatnot. Especially because it was so approachable. I mean, even today, like, you can study, you can go into like why Doom works the way it does. There's something called a video called like non-Euclidean Doom, and it basically goes into like what happens if you calculate pi correctly, because in the code they did something with like 3.14 or whatever, and the game, because they miscalculated it, the game works better than if they'd calculated pi correctly, because if they hadn't, then things would have gone differently. It was things like to do with like the movement, the screen tearing, all that sort of thing. It was absolutely fascinating. But Shadow Warrior, it's interesting because they tried to bring back Shadow Warrior as like a part of looter shooter. Like they did like a modern FPS, which wasn't great, and then they did a looter shooter, which was okay. I'm actually into Path of Exile now, and 1997. So again, you take 1997. That was the year I think that other game was made, that open world game, and this was just an ordinary first-person shooter that you could also look up and down in. Yeah. But yeah. If you like do Nukem more serious, Sam, yeah, you'll be a fan of Shadow Warrior. It's Shadow Warrior, I think, is one of those forgotten. Shenmue, Doom, Johnbonne's Daikatana. Oh god, that's a story for another day. Daggerfall, I can't blame him. Doom 2. Yeah, I can't blame people for not getting it. But it's like one of those forgotten shooters, kind of like Rise of the Triad. Not as well remembered as their contemporaries. Is this Blue Dragon? It might be Pokemon. Why not? Let's go with Awakened Shadow. No, it's not. Okay. Oh, It's highly received. Is this another Professor Layton game? No, because that's 3D graphics. There weren't 3D graphics in that, was there? What is this? Whatever this is, I want to know what this game is, because that's beautiful. I might actually have to have that as like a screenshot somewhere. Let's open that in a new tab. There we go. You know what? I'd have that as my desktop wallpaper. Maybe upscale the resolution a bit, or find a better resolution image. I'd have that as my... That's very cozy. I like that. That's very nice. I'm not even going to answer that. I don't want to get that wrong. I don't want to offend this image by assuming it's a lesser game. Oh, now then. So this ain't Final Fantasy or Dragon. I'm not going to get this, I don't think, unless I see something else. Roguelike or Metroidvania. Is this Rogue Legacy? Leg-facey? No, we'll go with Legacy, thank you. It's Rogue Legacy too. So Rogue Legacy, the idea with Rogue Legacy was that you'd have your character, so like here, when this character dies, their heir, you play as their son or daughter or whatever, and like you carry over the money and the abilities and things like that. As far as I remember, that's how it worked. So you were expected to die and die often, and eventually you'd clear out this castle as your later characters would get better. But I must admit that the gameplay looks really smooth here. I think I'd enjoy that a lot more than the first one. Yes, so... You aren't just a hero, you're a lineage with unique descendants born from your successes or failures. The gameplay features a mix of platforming, exploration, and roguelike mechanics. Players traverse deadly procedural generated castles, battling an array of creatures and bosses while gathering gold for upgrades. Each time a character dies, their child takes over, carrying the remnants of their legacy. These heirs are not simple clones, but come with unique traits and disabilities that affect gameplay, adding an intriguing layer to the story and strategy. Yeah, I think that's really good. Binding of Isaac is a game I want to play, absolutely. Which is sort of similar. It's like a roguelike dungeon crawler. So, roguelike Legacy 1, Castle Crashers, I get that. Skull the Hero Slayer, yeah. Fortnite? 1,000 people said Fortnite. Right. Okay, Shovel Knight. Okay. I don't think those... I think those people are just giving up then. Oh! This is old! I say old. Like, oh my... I miss when snow textures used to look like that. In games. I don't want to see in real life. That's bad news. But this... Yeah. This has got to be like early 2000s. PC, I'm guessing. Oh. What game? I don't know. Let's try. What about Mech Warrior? Would it be a Mech Warrior game or something like that? No. Would it be Planetary Annihilation? No. Okay, it's not that old actually. Going by this font here, this here. Is this Titanfall? No, this is a Monster Hunter game, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay. Oh my fucking Christ. It's Mass Effect Andromeda. I know it's Andromeda. Because, well, okay, so what gave it away first of all? So, what gave it away was this here was the big one. The N7, the Normandy. So, I don't think the Normandy probably existed in Andromeda. So this is probably like sort of a pre-order bonus. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I haven't played Andromeda yet. I must, though. It is a game I want to, because it got a lot of flack, understandably so. But it's probably an okay game. I think it's just like people got hung up on the line. I'm sorry, my face is tired. Like it was actually said like that. Probably even worse acted than that. But yeah, before I said it was an alright game. That gameplay does actually look kind of neat, if I'm honest. I could play that. But yeah, at the time, like people were just still reeling from like the Mass Effect 3's ending, debacle. Yeah, people weren't overly keen on Andromeda, and seeing anything less than Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3 wasn't particularly great. It came out in 2017. God, don't feel that long ago. If you like games like Dragon Age Inquisition or Star Wars Knights of the Republic, you'll be a fan of Mass Effect Andromeda. That's probably right. I know they have to give 2 games, but still, those are just 2 of the BioWare games. And so normal services resumed. So the Red guesses are wild. I like his facial hair. Anyway, so yeah, most people, what do they say? Halo 2, 4, Mass Effect 3, Infinite, and Halo Smart. So mostly Halo, which is surprising. That surprised me. I've done the fucking thing again. Only a few more games to go. Because yeah, I'll have to get off soon. So this is PS1 graphics. I'm pretty sure I know this. Is this from Legacy of Kain? Is it Kain? Excuse me, Soul Reaver. No. Oh my fucking god! Would you believe this? I'm a fucking retard. It's Crash Bandicoot 2. How did I not know that? I was like, this is what happens. You know, fools rush in where angels fear to tread. Right? I should have. Like, Crash Bandicoot 2 is like one of my favourite games of all time. I wouldn't be buried with a black label Crash Bandicoot 2, right? With the instruction manual and all the rest of it in it. This is the water. This is the platform in which you step on. This is probably leading up to some sort of jet device. What else is there? Sooner or later, the level names were fucking brilliant. Like, I'm really glad they upgraded those from the first game. That's Tiny Tiger. Those are his eyes there and there. No, they're not. Oh my god, that's only made a more terrifying image. That's like some sort of creepypasta. Oh my fucking god. Yeah. He skipped like day. The snow levels were always amazing. I have to say, of the Crash Bandicoot 2, the levels were so incredibly well done. Like, I can't stress enough just how good they looked. I'm sorry, I was literally just blown away by how good the game looks. The art style was amazing, the texture quality is amazing, there's just so much tastefulness to it. Oh, he should have gone then. Oh no, he's gonna die. The death animations were a bit. It takes everything that was good about the first game, which admittedly I didn't actually get on with all that much, and dialed up to 11. When did this come out? 1997. It's like, because here's the thing, 3D gaming was in its infancy. Let's talk about this for a little bit of time. So, a lot of people ask, what has been the biggest leap from 3D gaming? Because the leap from 2D sprite-based gameplay like Doom to 3D like this was fucking phenomenal. And people say, oh, it's VR. But really, I don't see how VR is that much of a leap compared to this. Like, this was a major graphical leap. Like for me, because I've used VR, it's not my favourite thing, to be honest. But until they can sort of make it better so that it can actually be done long term, like for longer than like an hour at a time, I couldn't stomach it. Well, it's not I have motion sickness. It's like I just don't want the headset on my face. Having the screen closer to my face isn't really quite the same as going from not being able to make 2D graphics to just having 3D all the time everywhere. Like, none of this is sprites. Like, Aku Aku models there, that's 3D. All these environments are 3D. That door over there is 3D. That eel there, 3D. The water texture, 3D. I can't stress enough. Yeah? Just how big an impact this was. It's like... And it's not just nostalgia to say the game looks good. The textures are all clear. You can tell what everything's meant to be. Maybe except for the electrified water, but you'd know that if like this is like a bonus area. This is a hidden area, so you know that yellow means electricity, based on the previous areas. You know just about how everything works. It's just amazing, and it looks good. All the animations are just so good. I have nothing to add. If you like Super Mario Brothers or Sonic the Hedgehog, you'll be a Crash Bandicoot, yeah. But yeah, I'd say one last thing before we move on, because if I do play the Insane Trilogy, which I probably will at some stage for the channel, the Crash Bandicoot 2, like Spyro 2, was basically the peak of the series. Obviously had the unrefined origins, but set the tone for Crash Bandicoot with the first one, like with Spyro the Dragon. Again, unrefined, original, awesome. Crash Bandicoot 2 basically just takes everything from that game that worked and either fixes or abandons that didn't, providing a fair challenge. The additional optional stuff being even better than it was before. Still keeping the focus on Crash. Again, same with Spyro 2. It does everything that Spyro 1 did better. Spyro 3 and Crash 3, however, basically take more emphasis off Crash and the platforming, like what happened with Spyro 3, where you have more characters, and Spyro is less himself and more Spyro on a skateboard, or Spyro on a... I don't bleeding know. He's doing something else. So yeah. So, Crash Bandicoot 2 was like the best one. Always. Hands down. The screenshot sources, let's have a look. That's right towards the end of the level here. You hit that green box, so you detonate these nitro crates here, and that will count towards the silver gem, or the clear gem. This is a time attack thing. So what was interesting about these as well, so on here you'd go on like a jet bike and go etc. You'd do that, and if you got to the end of the level in one go, and beat the timer, you get a gem. Yeah. Up here you can sort of just faintly see, if we open that in another tab, you can see here, you've got the crystal there, and you've got the gem there, so that means there's only one gem all there. But if you look over here, you've got a crystal, a gem, and then you've got another gem. That means there's another gem to be found in that level. Tiny Tiger, the way this boss worked is basically he'd try and jump on you, so you got to jump on the different platforms. Eventually, some of these platforms would disappear. You'd have to be on one, while also luring Tiny to leap on one that's about to fall. This level, probably like Snow Go or whatever, I loved the ice levels. They were so enchanting. And what I liked about this as well, because this is what made Crash Bandicoot 2 levels work for me more than any other game. The levels were tight. They were compact. Because it would take you maybe about 2.5 seconds to get from one end of that map, from one end of that side to the other. In Wrath of Cortex, it could take you somewhere like 5 seconds. Yeah, so you could dodge the enemies. Here, you ain't got a choice. If you want to get past these seals, you've got to jump on them, spin attack them, or dodge them. Yeah, or jump on these crates. But there's also the risk of being touched by the seals, which ain't good. You want to avoid Penta Penguin over there? Guess what you got to do. You can't just walk around like you could in Wrath of Cortex or some of the other games. You actually had to engage with the enemies and the hazards. It was just good, Nice puzzle. Who got what? No, bugger. Yes, that's. I've reached a new rank of visual virtuoso. Thank you. I don't know what that means, but I kind of just want to shout that out myself. Yeah. Crash Bandicoot 2 Entranced. I can see why people said that, because on the Game Boy Advance there was Crash Bandicoot XS, or The Big Adventure, and then there was Crash Bandicoot 2 Entranced, not Wrath of Cortex. Good games. I've done a bit of them in the channel. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, understandably. Banjo-Kazooie, understandably. Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, again, understandable. Let's do some more, and then I could have got out. I've really got to go out this time. This looks like Pitfall. This is obviously Atari graphics, but I'm just trying to think what kind of game it would be. In fact, is this? Is this Dig Dug? No, it's not. This is a game that's on Metacritic. Is this Baba Is You or something like that? I'm not going to get this. What is it? I know it was popular. Thomas Was Alone. Yeah, it's a strange game. Minimalistic indie puzzle platform developed by Mike Bithell Games. 2012, God, was that when this came out? Players are immersed in the world of artificial intelligences, personified as different geometric shapes, with the storytelling the journey has become sentient and their quest for purpose and identity. The protagonist is Thomas, a simple red rectangle with a curious nature. Thomas Was Alone stands out with its unique narrative style, drawing players in with its clever storytelling delivered through a thought-provoking narrator. If you like Limbo or Braid, you'll like this. Okay. Who got it? Yeah, most people got it wrong, understandably. I think 3 for 3, yeah, nice, well done. Yeah, VVVVVV, Geometry Dash, Pitfall, The Cube, Micro. I understand completely how they got those. Let's have a look now. Oh! Is this Mirror's Edge? It's in the series. Let's just copy and paste it. It's going to be one of these two. Get the list, okay. Mirror's Edge is a parkour game. You'd be like a courier, and you do parkour to hack the system. And you fight people. It was really good. It's one of those games I want to play it, but I'm like, can I really be bothered with it? Yeah, most people, yeah, they knew what was up. Mirror's Edge, the finals, I get that super hot, I get that superliminal. I don't remember, I'm sure that I can understand that one. That's unbearable, great. We've got one more game. Eventually. And then we're caught up. But it's been really good. So I don't know when the next one will be, but we'll also do some guest cover as well. Just a little treat at the end. This to me. Oh my word, this could be so many games. It's GameCube graphics. Is this Hurdy-Gurdy? No. That was the first PS2 game I ever played. And I brought home a PS2 one time. And I played that, and I had that and Simpsons Road Rage. I didn't quite get Hurdy-Gurdy, but yeah. This is Legend of Zelda, I think. Is this Wind Waker? It's 93% on Metacritic. I think it is. No, but it is in. Is it Twilight Princess? Oh, don't do this to me. Okay, Legend of Zelda. It's not Twilight Princess. Is it Skyward Sword? Hey! Yeah. I tried playing Twilight Princess on the Wii. I just never really got into Legend of Zelda. It's one of those games I really want to. I'll get into it for like a few hours. Like after I get past the first act, I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to do this. There's just something about them I just don't quite get, and I don't know why. They look good though. They look really good, and the people who love them love them. And I want to have the same passion that they do. Yeah, all Legends of Zelda games, understandable. So that was Guess the Game. Let's go into Guess the Cover. Let's have a bit of this. So, this is Guess the Cover. So, it will slowly but surely reveal the game over time. I'm guessing this is Crackdown. I think that's the agent there, coming, like, sort of descending with his gun like that, and you've got the different gangs and gang bosses over there. Is this Crackdown? Yes, it is. Crackdown was brilliant. They don't have the descriptions and things like that, which is a bit of a shame. I hope they do that for Guess the Cover. But basically, Crackdown, it was a open world game where you'd be taking down different gangs, and it was really good. And there was so much stuff going on with that game. Crackdown 2 and 3 weren't as good. The game peaked with this. I remember actually like going out of my way to get Crackdown 2, and being immensely disappointed after I played it, but to completion. But it was like 6 hours long. I was like, oh shit. But yeah, what a game. Yeah, that doesn't quite work. So yeah, let's play another day. So I did a few more there. Let's do these. Let's do a few of these. So that's an Xbox One game. You can tell by the banner there. I know what this is, and I can't think of what the actual game is. I'm just gonna say, is it Star Wars Rebels? What is the new one? Is it Rebels? Why not? Oh, is it Path of Exile, which I was thinking of? Yeah, it is. I should have got that. I knew from the logo it was Path of Exile, but I thought, yeah, okay. You will find as well some of the problems with these is that they have the European art, this is Halo 2, and the US art, and it'll look different depending on your region. Which is one of the problems with I guess the cover. It's like I did this in the previous one time where it's like, no, this is the American art. This is the European art. So this is why I was confused. That's Halo 2. Yep, easily distinct. You have that sort of orange glow in the background. The chief there with his twin submachine guns. I love the submachine gun. It was my favourite weapon. Like in ODST, the silent submachine gun was amazing. This looks like Cuphead. Yeah, you can see we're having a bit more luck here. Yeah, there we are. Cuphead, insanely difficult game, but it's all about pattern recognition. I wanted to like it. I really got into it, but yeah. Interestingly enough, because it was mainly meant to be like a boss rush game, it was the devs were kind of forced to put platforming segments in, which they didn't really want to do, but they did because they just wanted to be bosses only. But yeah, Firewatch Walking Simulator, next game. I'm guessing this is It Takes Two. I don't know if it is though. No. I don't think it is. What the fuck is this? Oh, I know what this is. It's let's type in it. It's like Internet Super Highway Super Cop. Internet Highway Super Cop. Highway. Let's try Highway. What was it called now? Oh, Hyperspace. Hyperspace. Was it Hyperspace Outlaw? Let's type in Outlaw. Hypnospace. Hypnospace Outlaw. Yeah. Weird. But very loved by the people who played it. Is this... I don't know if it will be. What is it? Frostpunk. That's a very different game. It's not Frostpunk 2. That looks like Ace Combat. No. Oh, it's Star Wars Battlefront. There we go. Yeah. One of the most beloved multiplayer shooters ever. By Pandemic as well. Their final game was The Saboteur, which was an amazing open world game where you play as an Irishman in occupied France, and you have to sabotage Nazi infrastructure, which is really cool. Yeah, it was a great game. Oh, what's this? I don't know what this one's going to be. Let's skip. Super Nintendo. Oh my, I could have got that one in the first go. The Legend of Zelda. Just the Legend of Zelda. No! Oh, okay. The Legend of Zelda 2. Oh, is it going to be called A Link to the Past? Ah, there we are. There. Okay, because of course, yeah, it was Super Nintendo, wasn't it? Yeah. Whereas The Legend of Zelda was on the first one. Yeah. The, I will never not love any Legend of Zelda artwork. It doesn't matter what it is. I will always stop to look at Legend of Zelda stuff. The music is enchanting. I was actually listening earlier to like Gerudo Valley. It just appeared in a video, and I was like, I've got to know what that song is. Like someone said on Facebook, like, I'm gonna need the soundtrack there, mate. It's like, oh, here it is. It's Gerudo Valley. Cheers, mate. That's Hitman. But which one is it? Is it Hitman Absolution? I'm downloading Hitman right now. Hitman Will of Assassination. Hitman games are good. I know a lot of people didn't like this one. It was a bit insane. It was basically like they looked at like director Ritantino's films, who was Quentin and quarantined out by director Ritantino, and yeah, they looked at his work and they just said, yeah, you know what, we've just got characters as large as life as that. Mind you, it's by Square Enix, so it could just be that they come up with their own batshit insanity. Oh, this one is Slay the Spire, I think. No, the Spire? The Spider? No! I'm not going to get this one. I know of the game, but Enter the Gungeon. I thought Enter the Gungeon was where you played as bullets. I don't know. Is that Besiege? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Oh, it's okay. So it's a Pokemon game. I should have got that from the first one. Really, Pokemon. What's the Pokemon Scotland? Or is it Pokemon Dungeon? I think it's something else. It's something of Pokemon. Because I think there's something there. Because I think Pokemon will be first, and there'll be something there. Why not? Legends okay. Yeah, I wasn't gonna get it. Nice artwork though. Yeah, it makes me feel like there's something big going on there. I like it. Play with it for days. Is this that 50 Cent game? 50 Cent Bulletproof? Okay. Is it 50 Cent Blood on the Sand? Yeah. So, 50 Cent had he had 2 video games. I think this one, like, he's in a war zone. And, yeah, as far as I could tell, like, he had some of the best voice lines in a video game ever. I never played it, but I'd heard good things about it. Apparently the games were quite good, and he was a good voice actor and whatnot, so... That's Dark Souls 3. You can tell because of the piss filter in the background. Yeah, this is the Age of Piss. Yeah, the Age of Fire, the Age of Dark, the Age of whatever, and then you have the Age of Piss, and that's what this is here. The Age of Piss, because it's got the piss filter. Great. Yeah. I like Dark Souls 3. Yeah, I like them all. But yeah. Dark Souls 2 was actually my favourite for a time. This is Shadow of... Mordor. It was either that or the other one. Is this Beyond Good and Evil? It ain't Beyond Good and Evil 2. I like how they actually have Beyond Good and Evil as listed there, when it's not even out yet. It's never coming out, by the way. I know everyone wants to believe it is, but it ain't. I loved Beyond Good and Evil. I'd love to play that for the channel. It was such a good game. Still is. Yeah, the racing segments. Like, it was an open world game. I say open world, it's like semi-open world because it was like it was hubs interconnected, and you had like a hovercraft, and you had there was a little bit of combat and whatnot. You had photography as a mechanic. You could sell photographs of different things, like a research station or whatever, and you get money for it. You get the money to spend on other things and unlock new areas. It was really good. It was very much one of those collectathons that I could absolutely get behind. This is Vampire Survivors. I don't think actually... Now, they don't have any text there, so that could easily be anything else, but yeah, I don't think I've actually encountered a vampire in Vampire Survivors yet, but I suppose that's why we survived the vampires. Here's this journey. Great. I'm sorry I didn't give you enough time to look there. Command and Conquer. No, it's not. Is this Outlast? There's a lot of green. Why not Outlast 2? No, it's not even in the same franchise. Is it? Ah, is it Silent Hill? But which Silent Hill? Is it Silent Hill 2? Yes, it is. Yeah, like, I should have got that one because that artwork is iconic. Any of the Silent Hill artwork is easily rememberable, especially around this area. I keep saying area instead of era. Oh. I'm gonna guess, is this... I don't think it is, but is it gonna be for the memes? No. Okay, that's really helped, thanks. Is it Red Dead Redemption 2? What the fucking hell is going on here? Oh, is this Mother? Yes, that makes sense. We spoke about that, I think, in a previous video, unless that was the one that didn't actually make it. Very interesting RPG. I was actually like, I actually want to play this, given what there was going on with it. Yeah, because it didn't, like, a lot of, like, everyone wants Mother 3 to come to the US and Europe, but it ain't happening for some reason. It's a shame. I think I do really well. That, to me, looks like Fall Guys. I like Fall Guys. That was actually one of the first bit-ofs I did. Before I got back into it with Spyro, because I was doing like a review notes thing for a newspaper I wrote for. What's this? Oh, that's Splinter Cell. It's not just Splinter Cell though. That's like the most, yeah, iconic artwork ever. Like, this is one of those cool moments in games where it's like you just know what's coming. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows Sam Fisher doing this, where he's like hanging upside down with his like 3 night vision goggles, and he's gonna stab someone. They're gonna pull him up the vent or whatever. It was good. Oh, now then. Is this... I don't think it is, but is this System Shock? The original. No. Oh, it's not. It's... I don't think it's this, but is it Planescape? Torment. No. Oh, it's not, is it? It's StarCraft. StarCraft. Power Macintosh. What? Okay. Yeah. Is this the Division? No. It's Crisis, I think. Is it Crisis 3? It's in yeah, it's Crisis 1, I think. So, Crisis, there's a bit of a meme. Still valid to this day. It's called Can It Run Crisis? Basically, so when Crisis came out, it was made. Basically, it didn't run very well, and that's because it didn't run very well at launch. That's because they were making the game for future hardware. So they said that in a few years' time, this game is going to blow your balls off. Because yeah, like you can run it now, but you'll need really powerful hardware to play it. But in the future, this is what games are going to look like. And it sort of became a bit of a meme in the community where people are like, yeah, but can your PC run Crisis? Or they'll start saying about other things like, can your toaster run Crisis? Can your kettle run Crisis? Can your calculator run Crisis? You know, like a dentist's computer or whatever. You know, and yeah. The thing is like we're starting to see now, especially with like the latest series of cards, is that like technology isn't necessarily going into like just raw horsepower anymore. There's like a lot more features to games now, and graphics cards and processors now. The use of AI generating frames or ray tracing, path tracing, things like that. We've got 3 more to do. This is Borderlands. I remember again another game I went out of my way to get my hands on at launch. I was a bugger for that. Yeah. Got it, played it, quite enjoyed it for a bit, but just wasn't my cup of tea. Oh! This is Crazy Taxi. Like the original artwork. Bloody hell. I loved Crazy Taxi. Yeah. Good game. Alright, one last one, and then we're going to call it a day. Oh boy, what could this be? This could be anything. Let's skip one. That ain't helpful. Oh, this is a game I want to do for the channel. This is Fear. But oh, okay, right. So you won't have that. You'll have this. Okay, fine, fair enough. Fuck you. So Fear, First Encounter Assault Recon. It was a horror shooter. Legendary on the demo, which is fucking scary. I remember when like demos, like they give you a demo, it's like piss terrifying. Like, BioShock was terrifying on the demo disc, but I think like in the actual game they had some slight bit of content from it, which made it all the less scary. Fear, again, they really worked on scaring the piss out of you. It was a game where it's renowned for its AI. Enemies would actually communicate with each other and work on that. So they'd say like, over here, taking cover, reloading, cover me. And as they do that, they'd do it, and they'd actually do that. So while they're taking cover, they won't just stand there going, ugh! They'll actually take cover and throw grenades, and they would, as one was reloading, another would fire upon you. And there's a video done at GDC, which is Game Developers Conference, which is basically the Better Game Awards or the Better E3, and it's where game developers talk about it. It's like TED Talks for game devs, basically. Absolutely fascinating stuff. And they talked about Fear there. You can read the manuscript and everything, and it was fascinating seeing with the manuscript as well. There was also pictures included, and it was like basically the AI was essentially just following flowcharts, which happened already, but it was happening but like, so other games were already doing that, but this did it to such a massive extent. Like, if a character couldn't do something, they'd have another thing queued up. Okay, so like for example, it was basically just a series of if statements. Is there any cover? Yes or no. If there is, take cover. Is the enemy firing upon me? Yes, stay in cover. If the enemy's not on fire, firing upon me, don't take cover. I'll come out of cover and shoot. Is there an ally nearby? Have I got ammo? Can I reload? Have I got any grenades? All this sort of thing. And it doesn't sound very impressive today because all these other games are doing it today. I remember it being said, like, you know, if you show someone like a video of like Elvis Presley or whatever doing all these dance moves, it's not impressive today. But he was the king of rock and roll back then for a reason, because he was mental. He was a rebel. You don't do that, you know. Fear was the same thing. The reason why Fear is not all that impressive today is because everyone's doing it today. Everyone took what Fear did and ran with it. Yeah. So you want to complain about, you know, AI being too dumb or anything like that? It's because if it wasn't, it would end up like Fear, and it would kick your fucking ass. So yeah, Fear basically laid the groundwork. It's the forgotten soldier of AI tech, basically, or rather, what we perceive to be artificial intelligence in games. It was the grand architect of what a lot of enemies are like today, especially intelligent ones. Any game post Fear basically has to attribute its innovations in things like enemy responses to this game. It was absolutely monolithic in that regard. But yes. So, I need to get off. But thank you ever so much for watching yet another edition of Guess the Game. It has been a pleasure as always. I look forward to playing some more of this. As I say, I'll wait for some more games to generate. Because when I've got some there that I could do, but even then it's like, well, I've already done those ones in a previous video, and whatnot. How many of these have I not done? So, yeah. So I'll have to make sure that we're getting plenty. But what's another 30 days? But yeah, it's been really fun doing this. There is also another game I want to play. It's called lostgamer.io, and it's GeoGuessr of video games. They haven't got many games on there. In fact, if I have a quick look, where's my? Is it that one there? Yep. So, basically, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so Lost Gamer is basically GeoGuessr, and I'm going to probably do some of that at some stage. So they've got San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto 5, they've got Escape from Tarkov, which is quite a good one, Red Dead Redemption 2, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Genshin Impact, Elden Ring, Skyrim, World of Warcraft Shadowlands. Well, they say that it's World of Warcraft in general. You can do all the maps if you want to. They've got Fortnite. They've got. They will have Final Fantasy XIV, Apex Legends, and RuneScape coming soon. So yeah, so that's something that I'm looking at playing another time maybe, but we shall see. So yeah, that's just another thing to do in the meantime. I'm waiting for more Guess the Games to arrive. But thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Yeah, if there's any more sort of gaming stuff like this, like the GeoGuessr, like the Guess the Game out there, please let me know, because I'd love to play it for the channel and give you guys something to watch. But I hope that's been enjoyable. I certainly hope that let me just have a look. Yep. Okay, everything is fine with the editing there. So yeah, I'm gonna get off. But thank you ever so much for watching. Take care. It's time for now, and as I say, very happy New Year to you all. Take care. Bye for now.